I'm Marc Guy. I graduated Noonan High School in 1984, and my current job is Assistant Superintendent in the Coweta County School System.
Have you worked with people that were your teachers before, and how was that? Was that an interesting experience?
I have. I've run into a few people over the years that I actually had come through school with. Edna Bridges. I can remember Coach Blackshear, who's at Smoky Road now, who made a comment when I first came back and said you have to be careful how you treat the kids when they're coming through school, because they may come back and you have to work with them again. So, but different people over the years, sure.
What's the most challenging aspect of your job now?
There are many challenges. I don't know if I could just rank them or say what is the toughest. I guess it depends on which day. There are a lot of exciting and interesting things that I deal with, but I guess you could say the affidavit process, and when parents are a bit concerned and upset over some type of issue, but that's kind of how it goes.
What part of the job do you enjoy the most?
I still enjoy when I get to go out and do something with the students. Of course, I work with directly with the Board of Education, with Superintendent Barker. I deal with the parents in the community, but the things that I truly enjoy is just like when I was teaching on day one, and that's dealing with students. And from time to time, I do get to go to some of the fun things, whether it be presentations, athletic events, but interacting with the students.
Now, your family's been heavily involved in the school system here for a number of years, and so kind of from that family perspective, what do you think the relationship is between Noonan High School and the community, and how important is that relationship?
Oh, very important with the relationship. As you mentioned, my dad moved here to the Coweta County area in the mid-60s, worked at Ruth Hill Elementary, Central High School, and Noonan High School, retired as a director of transportation. But one thing about Noonan High, this is a nucleus for the community. It's an important place for community members to gather. Several events and several things take place as a result of this school, so it's very important.
Do you think the connection with the community is one of the things that makes Noonan High School such a special place to go to school?
Oh, absolutely. We're right here in town, in Noonan. I can remember, as you mentioned, my mother also worked with the school system. Most of her years were spent in the media center at Atkinson Elementary, and I can remember actually walking from Noonan High over to Atkinson after school, students doing working with other students. At the same time, there were fond memories for me were during homecoming, how the local businesses would let you paint the windows, and that's one of the things that I really appreciate about Noonan High. So much tradition, really great traditions, and so we still see that today. But I enjoyed that when I was coming up. But of course, different community members, business representatives, doing things to actually help us here and to help provide a great education along with our teachers.
What over the course of you got a kind of a unique perspective with your family, and then graduating here, and then going on to be an assistant superintendent in the entire system. What kind of changes have you seen, maybe from your time as a student until now, that directly relate to Noonan High School or education as a whole?
Well, one of the changes that I think everyone could agree with is we've had growth. Noonan High School is a much larger school than it was when I was coming along, but and with growth comes so many other things. We've added additional buildings. We have the ninth grade building. We have whole wings of buildings dedicated to subjects. We didn't have that then. This main building where I am right now was pretty much it. You had none of the new gym. You didn't have a stadium like you have right now, but all of those things growth brings that along. But other challenges, I think, in today's world with technology, it certainly has played a role in helping us, but at the same time, some challenges that we didn't have in the past. Just for example, I can remember we had a class where we could take courses in some old Apple IIe programming or what have you, but teachers didn't have computers. Everything was done by hand. You could not integrate, so things have changed in a bit, somewhat, but there are challenges that come with maintaining that technology, keeping it updated. But by and large, there are a lot of things that are still very similar, and that's a good thing too.
Is there anything else that you would think of that you'd like to say about Noonan High School that I haven't asked about?
Sure, I certainly would like to mention, some of my favorite teachers, and I think that has stayed consistent. The teachers make the real difference. H. Richard Smith was someone that took a lot of time and helped me to grow and develop. Pat Titwell, John Dunn, Stan Yarborough, as I mentioned earlier, Etna Bridges, who still is around, worked here, Carolyn Taylor, and Mr. Allen Wood, who was not only my high school principal, but elementary principal as well. Those people really helped shape my life and made a difference in my life.